Guten, Abend. I think that was right. I done forgot that I have to, go through some malarkey. Bear with me a second. Alrighty. So as I recall, we left off at the gates to the College of Winterhold. I will say it's one of the cooler looking places in Skyrim, but I'm not playing a mage or anything, so I'm not terribly interested in going through the quest to gain entry. I mean, I suppose I might as well. I don't know.
Greetings. Welcome to the College of Winterhold. There's nothing more I can teach you. It's been a pleasure.
We've stopped. What is it?
Oh well. I guess I'll come back if there's ever a need for me to come back. Trying to remember what the keys are. Shrine of Azura. Why the heck is that on? Unearthed entrance to an old crypt. He offered to hire me as protection while we explored the crypt. He asked me to meet him there if I was interested. What the... Where is that? I wonder. Get 3 taprets. I have no memory of these quests. Oh, that's definitely one of the Morrowind quests. Meet Delphine in Riverwood. I've learned of a group of vampire hunters known as the Dawn Guard. It seems they are looking for new recruits. That sounds kind of cool. I know that's one of the DLC. Something I love about vampire lore is that it's very hard to determine which is cooler, vampires or vampire hunters. And that's just something very unique to vampires. Like, I don't think I can think of anything else where the protagonist and the antagonist are, like, equally cool. Anyway, I suppose... I think this is southwards. Oh, that's right, you can't strafe at all while running. Gosh, you can run faster in Call of Duty than this. In fact, I think you can run faster than this horse in Call of Duty. I've been playing a lot of Black Ops Cold War. The Outbreak Zombies mode. So... Poof. Why climb up rock when you can just phase through it? Whoopsie doopsie. Oh, that's a doozy of a drop. Certainly not Black Ops Cold War. I'm rather... I'm rather fond of some of the zombies maps in previous entries. But in general, the Call of Duty games are going for a more realistic military look to them. I don't know where the path is. I make my own path. So I honestly thought the horse was going to be less easy to do this sort of stuff with than just being on foot, but it actually makes it way easier to just break the everything. Hello? Who are you?
Azura has seen your coming, traveler. It was not curiosity, but fate that has led you here.
No, it was definitely curiosity.
This shrine was built by the Dunmer. As our land was scorched by fire and brimstone, Azura's prophecies led us to safety. She is a Daedra, a powerful being who watches from beyond our mortal plane. She has chosen you to be her champion.
I hate it when games are like this. Do you blindly agree, or do you blindly go, no? Where's the middle option of tell me more so I can make an informed opinion? Gosh, great goodness gravy. What does Azura need? That's the closest.
Endangered by water, yet untouched by it. Inside, you will find an elven mage who can turn the brightest star as black as night. It is cryptic, I know, but Azura's signs are never wrong. I believe the fortress may refer to Winterhold. Ask if they know this elven enchanter.
Oh, that's brilliant. I was just about to wash a speck of something off my monitor. Oh, gosh. Black Star. Find the elven mage from from Irania's vision. She believes he is in Winterhold. Okay. Where'd I leave my horsey? Where my horsey at? But no, admittedly, I think that Bethesda's games are actually improved by how jank their engine is. Because I really can't imagine playing any of these games without being able to break the physics. Because it allows you to... Whoopsie. That killed me. I died. I was alive that whole time. I was alive that whole time, but that killed me. Oh shoot, I have to listen to her spiel again.
Azura has seen your coming, traveler. She is a Daedra, a power you must go to a... It is cryptic, I know, but Azura's signs are never wrong. I believe the fortress will refer to
But no, the thing is that, like in the case of Oblivion, I actually largely stopped playing Oblivion because the titular Oblivion gates were just mind-numbingly boring. And like I've said this before, the last thing that hell should be is boring. But the thing is that I was able to make them be a little less tedious by exploiting... Oh, why am I stupid? Okay. Yeah, but in that case, hell isn't being used correctly. Hell in that instance is just being used as a emphasis word.
It is cryptic, I know, but Azura's signs are never wrong. I believe the thoughts is ask Bane with elder
Yes, but I'm not talking about a Christian interpretation of hell. I'm talking... Okay, starters, boring as hell. Hell is being used as an emphasis word there. And when I'm talking about hell shouldn't be the last thing that hell should be is boring. I'm not talking about a Christian, interpretation of hell. I'm talking about hell in fiction. In a completely fictionalized setting. Well, it shouldn't be generic either, but more just not connected to real-world religion. And as I've said before, Doom 3, my favorite interpretation of hell in, like, any game. Probably any work of fiction. Like, that is just such a cool interpretation.
Much knowledge lies within the college's walls.
Is there an elven mage here that studies the stars?
Specifically stars. Wait, you aren't referring to... No. There's no way you would know about that.
What is it? What happened? Why is there a dot on this muffin?
It was a few years ago. A few of the mages got overconfident and were exiled. They had no talent anyway. I hear one of them, Nellikar, still hangs around the frozen hearth. Guess he has nowhere else to go, poor thing. It's been a pleasure.
I don't deal with any college applicants these days, so don't bother asking.
I'm looking for an elven mage who studies stars.
Who sent you? Was it the college? The Jarl? We agreed there would be no more questions.
A priestess of Azura sent me.
Azora. Gods, it's all finally coming back to haunt me. What do you know about soul gems?
What do you know about notebooks? Why are you asking?
That's what caused all the trouble. Soul gems are used in enchanting, but they break afterwards. Except one. Azora's Star. A Daedric artifact that allows any number of souls to pass through it. Some of us wanted to find out how. I was working under Malin Varen then. If only we knew what he was really planning.
What did Malin do?
Malin wanted to alter the star. He was dying, disease. He thought he could store his own soul inside, become immortal. It drove him mad. Students started dying. Eventually, the college exiled him. He took a few loyal disciples to Illinalta's Deep and vanished. Look, I don't care who asked you to find the star, but don't take it back to Azora. The Daedra are evil. They're the reason Malin went insane.
How did Azura's star work?
I mentioned how the star is a soul gem, only it never gets depleted. There's another rule the artifact follows. You can only store white souls in the star belonging to the lesser creatures. Azura's magic won't allow black souls to enter it. As a mortal, Malin's soul was black, so part of his work was breaking past Azura's rules. He was close before. Well, I already told you.
How did the Daedra drive Malin insane?
Azora is no ordinary Daedra. She commands an entire realm inside of Oblivion. The more Malin worked on the star, the more she was able to damn him. It started slowly at first. Malin would see things that weren't there. Then he would yell at students over words they hadn't said. Then one day I walked in and Malin had killed a student, and in a horrific moment of inspiration, he started using her soul for his work.
Sounds like Malin got what was coming to him.
The college would agree with you. But do you have any idea how many innocent lives were cut short just so Azura could have revenge? We're nothing to the Daedra. Pawns to move around, praise and punish as they see fit. I told you what you wanted. Spells and incantations for those with the talent to cast them.
Let's see if I can offload any of my junk.
All right then.
Got something to say?
So where's the quest want me to go now? All the way over to Riverwood. Well, methinks I will put that off for now. And I'll make my way... I'm actually going to fast travel to the stables just for the sake of time. And I'll make my way towards Riften, And then to the Dawn Guard place.
Enjoying this journey.
This
What?
is your last mistake.
Carry Mara's will to every corner of Skyrim.
What?
Yeah.
Mara, protect us both.
I'll gut you like a horker.
We are Lord Boethius faithful. Have you come to test your mettle?
Is this some kind of cult?
We are forged by Boethius' example. We carve our will upon the world through our tongues and our will. You are nothing. An empty vapor dispersed by the slightest breeze.
I'm not What a grade school level response. I'm not afraid of you.
Good. Perhaps I've misjudged.
Who's Bothea?
The Lord of Plots, deceiver of nations, devourer of Trinity. And she who is our Lord's Lord. It's only us mortals.
The king of plots, specifically side ones.
Names mean nothing to our Lord. She only cares for those who care for themselves, whose hearts are full of purpose, whose lives are full of dreams.
My heart is full of porpoise. My life is full of... And meanwhile, her buddies are just behind me to a bit, fighting to the death. This is...
Then this is what you must do. First, prove your tongue can wield a knife. Find someone, gain his trust, Lead him to the shrine above. Next, instruct your thrall to touch the pillar of sacrifice. Its magic will ensnare him, rendering him alive. Then, girded with certitude, plant the ceremonial blade deeply, so that the waters of his heart will flow. If your will is strong, it will stir Boethia in her dark age, and she will appear before
I will do nothing of the sort.
you. You are weak and inconsequential.
Oh, did some... Are their attacks finally connecting?
Just give up. You can't win.
Oh, hey! Their attacks are finally starting to register.
Close. Nobody here now.
Oh my gosh.
Now you are dead. What signs have you left with your passing?
I kinda want to
We are Lord
experience more of this amazing writing.
You are nothing. What are you doing that for?
But I'm also not going to... I'm going to look this up. Boethian Rhapsody. Skyrim... Boethia. I'm looking up to see if there are any quests related to taking these guys down. Because I want to experience more of this amazing the Lord of Plots. Oh gosh, that is amazing. Da, 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 da. You'll have to rewatch the VOD. I'm not going to try and repeat the... I'm not going to try and repeat... Oh my gosh. This writing. No, quests. So as far as I can tell, there's no quest related to taking these guys down. These Boethian cultists. So...
There's someone there.
Okay. That took a lot of my health. I want to do the quest simply because I think it'll lead to more of this amazingly terrible writing. And possibly result in some cool visuals. But that's it. Like, I'm kind of boring. I like to play... I really want whatever spell that guy has. All of my spells are just dinky and terrible. Also, I can't tell who's friend or foe here. Okay, the foes are the ones with the, like, machine gun shield bashing. Like... Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. This is... Oh, okay. Why do these guys hit so bad? Oh my gosh. These guys hit for so much. I'm much higher leveled than these guys too. A follower has died? Oh no! Which one? Yulp! Oh, you're one of the cultists. Okay, I thought you were a follower. Isn't it possible to revive people? No, I mean with cheats. Stenvar. Oh, he's just a gun for hire. Gun for hire. Whatever the relevant... Whatever the, term would be in this sort of universe. Okay, Bohemian Cultist. I think this is the last one.
Flesh is so distasteful. You have caught my attention, mortal. That is most unwise. Tell me, why have you slain those who profess to follow in my way?
Is this supposed to... Is this her? Because that looks like a dude. The voice is a woman, but that face looks like a dude. And Farengar, or whatever his name is, just continuing to give me his life story in the background. My reasons are my own.
I abide only those whose will is aligned to my own. Those who oppose my desires perish in the most dreadful of ways. I have a purpose for which you might prove useful. But first, I must test the deftness of your guile and the strength of your purpose. Make a thrall. Lure him to my shrine. Prove your will is stronger.
Yeah, that's what your priest told me to do. I'm not going to do that, lady.
Slay him without
Or man. Whichever you may be.
shall remember you and bestow an important task upon you. Do this not, and I shall forget you, and your soul will waste in obscurity.
Oh, she possessed the Bohemian cultist. Gotcha. That wasn't strictly obvious. What happens if I use the Pillar of Sacrifice? Okay, it doesn't let me sacrifice myself. Oh, gosh, goodness gravy. Yeah, but that voice was obviously female. Also, the snow glints, which is very cool. Oop. Is there any way to cancel casting a spell? Oh well, it doesn't matter. Oh, and yes, I think I saw earlier. Welcome, Deb. Assuming you're still... Oh. Okay, now what is this? Nebuchadnezzar. Something. Steal from. Speaking of which, what happened to my orcish companion?
It's late, Outlander. Come back in the morning if you need to spend coin.
Heck if I know. What is this? Gloombound Mine? Oh, the music just got creepy. Everything's still labeled steel, so probably won't do any good to go sneaking about. It's a cave or something off in that direction. Craig, Swallow, whatever. Well, I hope he really was an enemy. I just sort of assumed. Solution of extra magicka. The Firmament. Really looking forward to Firmament. Who knows when it'll get finished, but... I mean, in the interim, I'm just hoping that the new Myst game, like the new Myst remake, finally gets released on PC, like, sometime this year. A Frost Anachronarch! Where are you? Ooh, a Flame Anachronarch. Well, they had really good reason to remake Myst. Holy buckets! Why did that take away my health so quick? Gosh dang. And yeah, I've been calling the dragons Dargans like this whole time. And you're only now realizing that I sometimes mispronounce things completely on purpose. But no, they had really good reason to remake Myst this time because they remade it from the ground up for VR. In fact, every time they remade Myst, it was for a really good reason, honestly. With the exception of Real Myst Masterpiece Edition, in my opinion, Real Myst is way better than Real Mist Masterpiece Edition. But Real Mist Masterpiece Edition is easier to get working on modern systems, so... Oh my gosh! Why is my health not present anymore? No, I find it funny to mispronounce things. Fear poison recipe? But yeah, with Myst Masterpiece Edition, the original Myst was released with major color depth limitations. So Myst Masterpiece Edition, they basically re-rendered everything at a higher color depth. And it should have also been used to fix the disparity between the audio on the Macintosh and PC. But unfortunately, they just remastered the truncated PC soundtracks. Get out of the way. Real Mist, they basically made to test out the engine they were working with for Uru, and also to basically bring the original Myst into 3D, like real-time 3D, which was really cool. Real Mist Masterpiece Edition was originally just going to be a mobile port of Real Mist with some enhancements, but they ported it back to oh, interesting. But they ported it back to PC. To very mixed reception. I think the general consensus is that Real Mist looks better for the most part, but Real Mist Masterpiece Edition is easier to get working on modern systems. And, of course, the newest Myst remake, irritatingly just called Myst, was built from the ground up for VR, which is really awesome. Like, it's basically the realization of what real Myst was going for. And I'm super excited to try it, but I can't justify buying an Oculus Quest just to play Myst. Plus, I just don't want to give Facebook any money. Because as if from some cruel joke, Facebook owns Oculus. So I'm just waiting for them to release it on PC. But unfortunately, releasing it on PC, they're also going to be making it possible to play it without VR. Which, I mean, isn't a full, unfortunately. Because it's like, yeah, that'll be really good for people who want to experience all of the graphical improvements they've made without investing in VR, but at the same time it's like, but I want to play it now, and I'm going to be playing it in VR. If I'm not playing it in VR, quite frankly, I'm probably going to be playing either Real Myst or Myst Masterpiece Edition just for nostalgia's sake. And quite frankly, it looks like the first remake to, like, have a lot of effort put into the conversion process. I mean, Real Myst Real Myst had a lot of effort put into it too, but this is the first time where they've really seemed to try and recontextualize things to make it more realistic. Oh yeah, that's why I've been saying for so long. The games I want in VR are Myst-like games. I feel like those, out of any genre, are the most well-suited to VR. Because... because I don't think arcade action translates well at all to VR. And basically you have to have the pacing of a horror game to make shooting fun in your game. Like, that's largely why Half-Life Alyx was so good, because
Creations. Where's the fun in killing something that
Yeah. But yeah, that's a large reason, I think, why Half-Life Alyx works so much better than, like, any other shooting, like, first-person shooter VR game, because it has the pacing of a horror game. As soon as you start trying to throw like a ton of enemies at the player, it's just not going to feel good. It's but no, I definitely want more Mist-likes in VR. But unfortunately, even in the non-VR space, like, there just aren't that many people making good Mist-like games. And in fact, aside from Cyan's own creations, I really can't think of any Mist-like that, like, even comes close to the quality of Cyan's games. I'd say the closest one that I've played would probably be Quern. But that game aired so heavily on the puzzle side of things that it's like, look at the Myst games. They were puzzle games, but most of the puzzles were super easy. Over the course of Riven, which is my favorite game of all time, I think there are like 2 or 3 major puzzles that like will really take you some thinking. A few that you just need to collect the information, and the rest just sort of boil down to pull a lever somewhere. Oh yeah, I've been purposefully avoiding any and all information on Myst VR. But I do hope so there are a couple of issues with Mist-likes in VR. The first of which being, how do you take notes in VR? Because taking notes is so important in that genre of gaming, in that genre of games. And so I wonder if Cyan actually addressed that issue somehow, or if they just ignored it. I unfortunately have a suspicion that they just ignored the problem, unfortunately. But I can actually, my favorite idea of solving that problem is basically creating a sort of mind palace environment where, like, at a push of a button or something, just the world kind of grays out a bit or something, and you have this area with like a whiteboard or something that you can draw on, like in the lab. The other option is to have some sort of notebook you can have on your person and somehow make it so that the player can draw on it, but I feel like that would require too much precision on the place of the player. And yeah, in the case of porting Myst specifically, again, I have been avoiding any and all information to avoid spoilers. But I hope that they have fixed the fiddliness of some of the puzzles, especially the puzzle to get to the Selenitic age. Because, my gosh, that... I have pretty good pitch. Many people have told me that I have near perfect pitch, but I cannot for the life of me do that puzzle. Largely because I have a hard time distinguishing octaves, to be honest. Oh, is that what this is? I'm only attacking them because they're attacking me. I'm not even paying attention to the game at this point. And actually, on that note, I do have to go for a second, so I will be back in a moment. I'm back. Okay. Think I looted you. Okay, so like illegal dog fighting or cockfighting or whatever, like that's a very common trope in fiction. And I've never understood it. Why is that illegal? Because it's like, but what if it's animals that no one likes? Would it still be illegal then? Because it's like, because here's the thing, like with dogs, I get it. People like dogs. I don't like dogs, but people, other people do. But like here, they're wolves. Why the heck would anyone care? I mean, I'm not saying that it's... Okay, maybe that's where my hang-up is. I don't think it's a nice thing to do. Like, I wouldn't do it. And I would question, like, the morality of the people doing it, but I don't... But going so far as it being illegal, that seems a bit extreme to me. Morality was the wrong word there, by the way. I can't think of what the right word was, but... I don't know if there's anything I really... Create a permanent bond with the next merchant you speak with. Buy items for 30% less from that specific merchant. That is... weird. Shouting restores points of health, magicka, stamina. Can bribe guards to ignore crimes. When you enter combat, rapidly regenerate points of magicka equal to half the restoration skill. Okay. Sure. Oh. That's cool. I find it most interesting when it's placed into post-apocalyptic settings, because then they typically don't go the route of it being illegal, but rather just sort of, well, this is what things are like here, which I think makes it a little more interesting. Like, there's a place in Fallout, I want to say Fallout 3, it might have been Fallout New Vegas, where there's an underground animal fighting ring. Because it does bring up the consideration that you know, people still need entertainment. You know, when the world's gone to hell, they still need entertainment, and well, fighting is entertainment. So it has a purpose, and it's not, at least not where I've run into it, it's not preachy or anything. Is this bear immortal? You saw that, right? The bear's health was in the negatives. Anyway, there's probably not going to be anything of terribly much interest in this cave, so...
Okay, what the?
What the? Okay. I keep getting sidetracked. Also, why... Runeveld Temple? I'm sorry, was there more to that dungeon? Was I gonna come out of it with a Dargan word? Oh, that's right, I need Dargans. I need Dargan souls so I can go back to Morrowind and complete that quest that I can't complete until I get Dargan souls, which I can't get there because the antagonist will steal the souls from me. Good quest design. Really good quest design. You know you have good main quest design where right before the climax you just stop the player dead in their tracks and go, hey, collect this rare resource before, and you just can't do anything until you do that. Oh, and also, if you try and collect it where you're standing, we're just gonna take it from you. Ugh. Why is that bit glowing? That looks Dwemer-like. It's a large coin purse. That... Excuse me, Erender. Yeah, okay.
Did you hear something?
Okay, running out of health pretty quick like. I know it's probably not fair to compare the Elder Scrolls to Fallout. But I just really want to play Fallout. Like, honestly, I connect with the world more, it's more fun to play. Like, I'm just going at this point and it's like, why am I even going through these dungeons? I'm already, like, as strong as I'm going to get. Whereas at this point in a Fallout game, I mean, yeah, I would still be really overpowered, but I could get even more overpowered. To Tolvold's Gap. I don't want to be anywhere near Tolvold's Gap, okay? I'm just putting that out there.
These caves.
But I guess I have to go down Tolvold's Gap.
That's wow.
Oh, health. Are there going to be those creatures that can, like, insta-kill you? Yeah, but it's all just so cumbersome. Yeah. I just don't know what it is. Well, for one thing, I just don't terribly much care for the story, the way the story is told in this game. I mean, I liked what I was seeing of the story in Oblivion. Oh gosh, goodness gravy. Did I die? I died. Ah, gosh darn it. And it's been about forever and a day since I quick saved too, hasn't it? Yep. But yeah, it's not like I dislike fantasy settings. But there's just something about the writing that tends not to gel with me. And the environment in some places kinda gels with me, but not as much as it did in the previous Elder Scrolls games, even though... And then you just have the issue of the gameplay is so awful. Like, even here in Skyrim, this is the first game that's, like, genuinely playable. But it's still so bad. Whereas in Fallout, they're able to, lean on the fact that guns are easier to make feel good than, or at least guns are easier to work with in video games than melee weapons. So I think he's dead. Oh, trust me, I looked into whether there were any mods for Skyrim that just straight up added, like, guns from Fallout. Strangely, there didn't seem to be any. The only one I could find tried to actually make it make sense in universe, which I was less interested in. Than just outright breaking the game. It's because... something glitched out and I had no control over my character. But no, guns are easier because you don't have to... You have more flexibility in, like, how close the player has to be to the enemy and things like that. So the player just has more options, really. I don't think any good will come from going that direction. Whereas with melee, you have to be right in the enemy's face. Which is just, it's really hard to balance that, because then you either have to put in some sort of dodging system or some sort of blocking system to make it feel good, and both of those things are really difficult to make feel good in games. Is this where I came from? No. So. Plus you have the issue with, I can't quite tell how this game handles melee combat, but you have games like any game using the Source engine where melee weapons are basically just super short-ranged guns. And so even if you're swiping like this visually, you're still only going to hit it if the enemy is right in front of you. Actually, I think Left 4 Dead fixed that problem. But like TF2 and Half-Life 2, it's just a single hit scan thing that's just very short ranged. Was there a little child there? Dope. But no, Melee's just a very, very complex thing. And so even though Fallout 3, the gunplay is jank as all heck, it's still less jank than any Elder Scrolls game. Hello. So not a little kid, just like an elf dude. This place looks pretty cool. Oh boy. It's a odd animation. Oh, one of those stinking bugs again. But no, sadly, I haven't heard much good about Fallout 4. I am holding out hope, but people are saying it's not as well written as Fallout 3 and New Vegas, which would be a darn shame. Thankfully, the studio that made Fallout New Vegas have gone to make a game that has been a lot better received. Did I just make a giant circle? But unfortunately, that game is also a lot more sci-fi than Fallout is. So I don't know how much I'm gonna be feeling that. Well, that was a colossal waste of time. But yeah, once I'm done with Skyrim, probably on some sort of delay or something, but at some point once I'm done with Skyrim, I'm gonna be playing Fallout 4. Which'll be fun. I don't even know how far I am through the main quest of this game. Well, that's unfortunate. I do hope that someone is able to backport Fallout 76 to the Fallout 4 engine, or if they make another Fallout game, like, port it to that. Because as terrible as Fallout 76 is, and, like, honestly, if anyone was surprised, why were you? Like, how could you be surprised at how colossal a failure Fallout 76 was, when it was so blatantly obvious that not even they believed in what they made? Like, seriously, they announced Fallout 76, and I got the sincere impression that they were just as clueless as to what this game was as we were. Or at least as I was. But, but, you know, it has... I've heard good things about, like... the environment and all that sort of junk. Free this person. Are you gonna try and kill me? Nope. Also not gonna say anything either, but... Where am I on the map? Ooh, I am right near a glitched out Riften logo. So let's make a stop by Riften. But no, I remember Up Is Not Jumps talking about Skyrim VR. And, like, how much more enticing it would be to walk around Skyrim in VR than Fallout 4. And I was looking at this and I'm going... But I like the apocalyptic setting. That'd be really cool to walk around in. I mean, this would be too, don't get me wrong, but... Like, I realize I'm kind of negative, but this game does have some beautiful environments. Well, screw you.
For the privilege of entering the city. What does it matter?
You're obviously a thief. I kill thieves.
All right, calm down. No need for that. I'll let you in right away. Just need to get the gate unlocked.
I've been looking for you, Riff. Got something I'm supposed to deliver. Your hands. I'd better get going. Head inside when you're ready. I've been looking for you. Got something I'm supposed to deliver. Your hands only. Let's...
yes, we...
A lot of gold. Something about it being your, inheritance. Oh, and sorry for your loss. Looks like that's it. Got to go.
Interesting, I got inheritance from the guy I hired. Why does it... That's interesting.
I don't know you. You and Riften looking for trouble?
Just passing through.
Yeah? Well, I got news for you. there's nothing to see here. Last thing the Blackbriars need is some stranger sticking their nose where it doesn't belong.
Who are the Blackbriars?
The Blackbriars have Riften in their pocket, and the Thieves Guild watching their back. So keep your nose out of their business. Me? I'm Maul. I watch the streets for them. If you need dirt on anything, I'm your guy. But it'll cost you.
Got any dirt on this? Show unusual gem.
The only way you could have found one of those is by stealing it. Guess you'll fit in around here better than I thought. So what do you want to know?
Tell me what the gem's worth.
Do I look like a merchant to you? You're gonna have to take that up with Vex and the Thieves Guild. Get in good with them and you'll find her.
Any news involving the Dark Brotherhood?
The only thing I heard is a rumor that a boy named Aventus Aretino in Windhelm has been attempting to contact the Dark Brotherhood. He used to live here in Riften at the orphanage on the other side of town, but I think he ran away. Can't say I blame him.
Tell me about the Blackbriars.
Well, you got Maven. She pretty much runs the whole operation. She's got friends in high places, if you know what I mean. She's also got ties to the Dark Brotherhood and the Thieves Guild, so basically, no one can touch her. Just remember, if she tells you to do something, you damn well better do exactly what she says.
Know anything about the Thieves Guild?
Kidding. My brother Dirge works in their hideout. I used to run with them myself, but took a job with Maven after they started hitting a rough patch. If you want to get in on that action, find Brynjolf in the marketplace. I'm sure he could use someone like you.
Okay.
Be seeing you around.
So, in my original, like, partial playthrough, I did seek out the Thieves Guild, but I don't think I want to play a thief this time. But at the same time, I do know that that's one of the few really interesting side quests.
Look, Shadow, last warning. Pay up or else. All I care about is the gold. Everything else is your problem. Yeah. What's your problem?
Huh? What do you want?
What kind of trouble are you in?
I owe a great deal of money to someone, and I think they cheated me. I don't know what to do.
Tell me the details.
I was able to work out a deal with the stables in Whiterun to sell me some of their tack and harnesses. I borrowed some gold from Sapphire to pay for the shipment, but it got robbed before it even arrived. Now Sapphire wants her money back, and if I don't pay her, I think she's going to kill me.
I'll help you pay off your debt.
You will? Oh, thank you.
You work at the stables?
Yes. Hofgreer took me in when I arrived in Riften about a year ago. He's been teaching me everything he knows. Horses are my whole life. Back in Hammerfell, I helped my family raise horses at our farm. I hope to open my own stables one day. But I think it's going to take a lot longer than I expected. You've done well.
Got the coin? You've come to the right place. Pull up the seat.
People of Riften, heed my words. The return of the dragons is not mere coincidence. This is one of the signs that Lady Mara is displeased with your constant inebriation. Put down your flagons filled with your vile liquids, and embrace the teachings of the handmaiden of Kai. She is.
She's trying to look as ravishing as possible.
Kira, certainly we can come to some sort of an understanding. These people must be made aware of the chaos they've sown.
Enough, Marama. We've all heard of the dragons and their return. There's no need to use them as an excuse to harass our customers.
Very well, Talon. I'll remove myself from this den of iniquity.
We're not kicking you out. Just keep the servants at the temple and let us all sin in peace.
Let's get going.
Need something?
Welcome to the Bee and Barb, my lord. If I can interest you in one of our special drinks. Well, you know.
Blessings of Mara upon you. May you return to her benevolence and safety.
Yeah. What's your problem?
Bit of a crowd here. I want to talk about Shader's debt.
I knew that stupid kid would try and find a way to weasel out of his debt. Look, this is really simple. I lent him some gold, promised to pay me back, and now he says he's broke. End of story.
You and I both know this was a setup, Persuade.
I don't care. A deal's a deal.
I'll just pay it off for him.
Don't know why you'd help a stranger like that. But a septum's a septum. Don't care where it comes from. You can tell Chandra his debt's been paid. That'll teach me to try and make extra coin around this city. Good evening.
Wait, did Shader go into here?
Yes? Yes?
Couldn't possibly be
Good to see you.
You are no longer in debt with Sapphire.
8. You actually talked her into it? I don't know what to say. I didn't think anyone in Riften even cared what happened to me. Look, I was saving this.
I mean, Bethesda, obviously, since they gave you generic male voice number 1.
All right then.
Welcome.
My gosh, why are there just so many people just...
Yes.
Oh, gosh. Seriously, that one voice actor I feel voices, like, every single side quest male.
Can I help?
And, like, they couldn't even bother to, like, get a voice actor who didn't have a super distinct voice. Mistvale Keep.
Vines watch over.
Have our scouts come up with any information on these?
There's not really any variance in the perceived age of the adults, other than between middle-aged and elder.
There's a contingency plan in effect in case Riften falls under attack.
Yes, lady. I've also taken the liberty in preparing a private carriage, just in case.
Good. If Riften should fall, it's only right that its leader be spared.
Oh, you're a shining image of leadership.
Welcome to Riften, traveler. I hope the road fared well for you.
What's your stance on the war?
Well, I feel Ulfric's cause is just. My concern is for the people of the Rift. How can they continue to lead their already meager lives with dark clouds looming overhead? My heart goes out to them. If only our coffers were deeper, I could protect them as they were my own family.
What of Ulfric himself?
With the Stormcloaks at his back, Ulfric's poised to rid Skyrim of the Empire's forces and invalidate our involvement with the White Gold Concordat. Many have died taking up arms for this cause. I fear that the land will be stained with blood for years to come.
What's the White Gold Concordat?
Surely you're aware of the Great War between the Imperials and the Elves who called themselves the Aldmeri Dominion? When the smoke cleared, the White Gold Concordat was signed. It was supposedly a treaty aimed at establishing peace within the Empire. One of the terms of the treaty was the outlawing of worship to Talos. To the Stormcloaks, this was viewed as the moment when the Empire became unworthy of the allegiance of any true Nord.
Tell me about the Thieves Guild.
We're all eager to see them brought to justice. Maven Blackbriar has assured me that they're being dealt with appropriately. As one of our city's most influential citizens, she's taken it upon herself to oversee their incarceration. Sadly, they're proving elusive, but I have confidence that Maven won't give up until this city has been rid of them all. Good journey to you.
Those who shirk their duty will get an extra beating. Do I make myself clear?
Yes, Gorilla.
And one more thing. I will hear no more talk of adoptions. None of you riffraff is getting adopted, ever. Nobody needs you. Nobody wants you. That, my darlings, is why you're here. Why you will always be here. Until the day you come of age and club.
It's Gorilla.
Yes, the Dark Brotherhood. Yes, it was definitely the Dark Brotherhood. Definitely not a stranger who came in full sight of you all.
When Aventus took off, when he said those things, never imagined he was serious.
Grella! It's Grella! Grella's dead! Lady, calm down. I'm not gonna kill you. Constance Michael. I'm not gonna kill you. Oh gosh. Well, that was the shortest side quest ever. Yeah, everything about that was just so overblown and cartoonish.
Watch what you're doing.
Oh man, what the? Wait, did I just walk into some rando's house? Because I was not exactly paying attention.
Come to see Ballerman perform miracles with steel, eh?
What have you got for sale? Oh, you have a good amount of gold. Oh, for crying out loud. I keep forgetting which side is mine. Like, I keep forgetting that. Okay, so this is another thing where Fallout, infinitely better. Because in Fallout, you have these two big windows side by side. The left is the merchant stuff, the right is your stuff. And no money even exchanges until you are done with the transaction. Meaning, if you wanted to, you could go full feudal economy on it and, like, trade stuff for stuff. I mean, technically, you'd still be trading caps, but, I mean, you could go more full feudal economy in the in the original Fallout games, which was pretty cool, but, yeah. Feels bad to be selling the Solitude Champion stuff. But whatever, I'm not gonna wear it.
You've done well.
If you're looking for anything to sell for a fair price, I run the Pawn's Brawn over by the market.
Also, did I use feudal economy right in that earlier? Because I was completely guessing that that's what it meant. Cool.
What did you want? Be seeing you around.
Though I will say that the trade-off is that in the original Fallout games, Fallout 1 and 2, it is incredibly clunky to trade for caps, because you have to manually pull the caps from either your inventory or the shop's inventory. It's a very, very clunky system. But it is kind of cool from the perspective of contextualizing things in a cool way.
I'm the brewmaster around here. What did you want?
The bee and the barb.
Aha, a fellow Nord.
Never done an honest day's work in your life for all that coin you carry, eh, lad?
I'm sorry, what?
I'm saying you've got the coin, but you didn't earn a septim of it honestly. I can tell.
How could you possibly know that? Also, I did earn most of it legitimately by killing anyone in my path.
The way they walk, what they're wearing. It's a dead giveaway.
My wealth is none of your business.
Oh, but that's where you're wrong, lad. Wealth is my business. Maybe you taste.
Oh my gosh! What did you have in mind?
Got a bit of an errand to perform, but I need an extra pair of hands. And in my line of work, extra hands are well paid.
What do I have to do?
Simple. I'm going to cause a distraction. You're gonna steal Medesi's silver ring from a strongbox under his staff. Once you have it, I want you to place it in Branche's pocket without him noticing.
Yeah, I'm not exactly playing the stealth character. Break the law? Are you kidding? I just murdered a woman a couple doors down. Why plant the ring on Branchai?
There's someone that wants to see him put out of business permanently. That's all you need to know. I'll be out in the market all day, from 8 in the morning until 8 in the evening. Meet me then, if you've still got the stomach for it.
Yeah. I wonder if it would be even possible for me to do it in full heavy armor like I am.
I'll be at the market come morning. You better be there too.
I don't know. I remember the Thieves Guild thing being
If you've got the coin, you're welcome here. Otherwise,
being a well done side quest, but I'm not exactly playing a thief character, you know?
Come back and see us again.
Trying to... Where can I get a room in this town? Well, regardless, I'm about at the end of the time I've got for tonight. So... I will... So yeah, thanks for joining me, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.